Live with Archie Luxury and, of course, Clyde. Today we're talking watches, talking collecting watches. And I want to throw this out there. If I had to start over again, if I had to start over again, Clyde, I want to ask the question, what would you do? What would you do, big boy?
Okay, what's the specific circumstances? Fire, loss, would I get reimbursed for the value of the watches or robbed?
Let's set some parameters. Parameters! Let's set some parameters. Okay, let's hypothetically say, okay, let's hypothetically say that we
Let me take it. I'll do a variation. We'll do the fuck, marry, kill from last time.
Yes.
But tweak it just a little bit.
Yes. Do it. Take over, big boy.
Okay. All right. Let's just say your friend, the humble millionaire, comes along and says, "Okay, Archie, look, I know you're struggling right now, and I like your taste in watches, and I know you haggle like a bitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy your entire collection.
Yeah.
For what you paid for it.
Yeah.
Engineer. And so that way it takes profit out of the equation. You clean out your collection, get back what you paid for them. Where would you start over? What would be the first piece you acquire?
I gotta tell you, Clyde, I gotta tell you, I don't know whether I want to be a watch collector anymore. Maybe one piece. I want to find one piece which will keep me happy forever. What do you think, Clyde?
So if you wanted to go back to being a one and done guy, basically, right?
I got to tell you this. Okay, let's look at some of the money there. So I've got let's just do a quick recount. We got the Patek World Time. We got the Explorer 2. We got the Reverso Grand Date. We have got the Omega Speedmaster, Man on the Moon. We got the IWC Ingenua, okay? The IWC Ingenua, I was in a depressed state. You can't hold me liable for that, okay? So now let's have a look at it. So I gotta tell you, Clyde, I'm not going to break down exactly how much each piece cost.
No, but that takes it out of the equation.
But let me just tell you this much, right? I will tell you something, right? Just to give you an idea. Okay? Okay, I'm going to play another game with you, right? What do you think I spent all up for those 5 pieces in US dollars? Just give me the drum, big boy. Give me the drum. You give me a figure. I'm just converting it because I got a spreadsheet where I keep everything what I bought it for. I'm just converting it to US. You tell me, what did I spend US for that collection? Give me a figure, big boy.
I'd say you probably have 20,000 in the World Time. American, the only real money so far. You probably have 3,000 in the Polar Explorer. Well, 3,500 in the Ingenieur. So what does that leave? The JLC?
It still leaves the JLC and the Omega Speedmaster, Man on the Moon.
I'd say 4,000 for the JLC, and you probably spent like somewhere 22 or 25 for the Speedmaster.
Ooh, okay. This is getting interesting. You're a very hard man. So we total that up. 32, 33. Now, can I just say this to you? My collection cost me $33,323 US. 33 grand, Clyde, US.
Okay. I
got to be honest. That's what I paid. That's what it cost me. Now, some of them I've probably on the Ingenue, I may have to take a small hit. But
No, that's not playing the game.
But what I'm saying is, I think I've bought the World Time cheaper than I could sell it for. But so I think it would balance out. Let's just say it balances out. Okay, you give me what I paid for it. So $33,000 US. You know what I would do, Clyde?
What?
One piece. Okay, let's talk one piece. Okay, you know what so I want something that's dressy and sporty. I can swim with it. It's got to set a few criteria. It's got to be useful. Like it's got to have a function besides time and date. It's got to do something else. Okay.
Okay.
So one watch, one trick pony. What comes to I'll tell you what comes to my mind. Bluesy two-tone sub. I can get one of those. I'd probably go ceramic as well. 10,000 US would get me a ceramic bluesy, probably a Smurfy, because they had two different colors, shades of blue in the ceramic two-tone. But let's just say a two-tone blue ceramic Rolex. What do you think, Clyde? Could that be a one-off?
Close. I would choose pre-ceramic bluesy. I mean, I like the.
I used to normally say that, but I've actually starting to like the ceramic. I like the maxi dial because I'm going blind.
Right.
And I really like the case. They fattened it up. It wears like a 42 mil.
Much better bang for buck on the pre-ceramic, and I like the color blue on the pre-ceramic more than the ceramic.
They've reintroduced that blue in the latest ceramics.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you reckon I should fucking do it? I'm thinking about just fucking going against the ArchieLuxury grain. The only thing is, can I tell you a few problems here?
You really want to squally? Made the joke,
No joke. Now, no, Clyde. The problem is, I probably wouldn't sell the Reverso. That's the only watch that I'm a little bit tied to, because it's got an engraving, and also that was one watch I saw that is so beautiful. I don't really want to sell it. Okay. So the World Time would be upsetting to sell, but it's too much money to keep. Okay.
And the collection's imbalanced because you have most of the value in one single piece.
The Explorer 2. Well, if I got a bluesy, I don't mind getting rid of the Explorer 2. So the World Time would go, the Explorer 2 would go, and the Speedy. Would you keep the Speedy or get rid of the Speedy? That's the only other one that'd be a bit tricky. I kind of like that. What do you think?
You also said yourself, your eyes are getting older.
Yes.
And
yes, they are.
So a watch with a bunch of tiny little dials and tiny little hands is going to be of diminishing value.
You're telling the story, big boy.
Yeah. So I actually, it makes no sense. It would have to be practical. I understand about being practical and useful, but the reason why I don't really have a chronometer is simply if I have to put on reading glasses to use the thing, it's of limited value.
So tell me this, what do you reckon I could get for the World Time? I think the World Time, 20 US.
Yeah, but you're also talking about earlier, well, you haven't had any like hits on or interest in it.
No, I got a guy in Kansas who's buying it. I'm following the yellow brick road.
All right.
And then I'm going to come and visit. I was hoping to stay with you to keep my costs down.
Well, I'd like to help you out, but unfortunately, I live really close to a school.
Okay. The Explorer 2, what do you think I could get for the Explorer 2? Mine's a solid, not the rattly snake. It's a really nice bracelet.
Does it have a Hulls case or not?
No holes case. No, it's even got the solid end links.
Right. Okay.
2004.
How much did you spend on it? Never mind. I forgot again.
It cost me 4,500. 4,500. Okay.
Aussie or American?
Aussie. But that's irrelevant. What I paid for it has no bearing on what I could get for it. Okay. 4 US. 4 US. Could I get 4 US?
Yeah, I'd say pretty easily. I actually, that's one of the things I actually keep track of. And they
really IWC.
Ooh.
If I put it for 3, it would go quick, wouldn't it?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay, that would go for 3. And the Omega Man on the Moon, you'd have to get 3 for that, wouldn't you?
I'd say 35. I mean, I don't really see them in my neck of the woods at all. They don't touch any of the used boards around here. It's not like they're on and they don't go quick. People around here apparently hold on to them.
Okay, I could get 30,000 for selling those 4 pieces off. 30,000 US dollars. $30,000, and I still get to keep my Reverso Grand Date. So the question is, it gives me 40,000 Aussie dollars, 40K, and I still got my Reverso, 40K. So you reckon you'd go pre-ceramic?
Yeah. Better bang for buck, and they're going to eventually the value will go up. And I don't think it really. I actually think with the blues, it does ceramic versus pre-ceramic doesn't make that much of a difference. The ceramics, of course, will look nicer longer. So it would have. Well, then again, it would also have the solid bracelet too. So yeah, so it'd be. So it would go.
The bracelet is nicer, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot more durable. You wouldn't have to worry about stress. Okay, you might be right on that one. It might be worth spending the extra money up front.
Okay, so very interesting. And I've still got some ladies' pieces that don't seem to want to go away. I got some great pieces there. I don't know why they're not going. I think the market's just soft at the moment. I'm just going to hold, that's all.
Ladies, like I said, my backup on it basically advises me that ladies' Rolexes are poison. Can't give the things away.
I don't think they're that bad. To be honest with you, I've sold quite a few on the channel. I've sold every ladies one I've had has sold. I got a beautiful Cartier. I wish that, a dealer offered me what I paid for it wholesale, and I said, I'll hold out. I wanted to ask you, Clyde, let's look at your collection, right? Let's look at your collection. We got the date, okay?
Right.
What did you pay for that?
7.5.
We have got the Milgauss.
Right.
What did you pay for that?
4.2.
We have got the Explorer 2. What did you pay for that?
I got it from a bum in the alleyway.
What did you
3.4.
3.4. We've also got in your collection there. You've also got the Oyster, Oyster Perpetual Date. The date?
2.4.
We got the Pam Base 0.
29.5.
What else have we got there? I'm missing out on. We've just let me think. Don't you say anything. I want to think myself. I want to get this. I know your shit. Okay, I know your shit. No, I'm not. I'm not looking at the camera.
Okay, no, look at the camera. Don't look at the monitor.
I'm not looking at the camera. I peaked. I peaked.
You
Okay,
cheating bastard.
you got the two-tone GMT, the nipple dial, don't you?
Right.
How much was that?
54, I think.
Okay. Now, Clyde, I got to be honest with you, okay? I'm just going to add this up here, right? You seem very exact on the pricing. 4 point. Okay, I'm just working this out.
You forgot one.
What's that? Oh, the Sea Dweller.
5.2.
5.2.
I actually think I did.
And you tell me there's no money in law?
No, not really. Not real money.
Holy shit, you got 31 all up there, Clyde. 31, Clyde. Clyde, you got 31 in there.
So wait, how much are you telling me I have?
31 US.
Okay. So what would that be in Aussie? Like 200,000?
Actually, it'll be about just over 40.
Okay.
Are you going to add more to that, or you think that's enough? What do you think yourself?
Not unless I can find, not unless I, like I said, disinterested bargain shopping.
Okay, okay, fair enough. 30. You say, okay. What would okay if you had to start again? Let's just say, what was that thing you say? Fuck, marry, kill.
Right. Well,
okay. Say we got your money. You got 31,000. 31,000. What would you buy? Would you see? I'm in love, Clyde, with the new Explorer. Sorry, I'm in love with the new two-tone sub.
Okay.
I think it's. I actually would buy a new piece. I'd go into the dealer and no.
No.
I couldn't do that. But you know what I'm saying. I would.
You'd be denounced by the Church of Horology. And
what would you buy? What would you buy if you had to start again? What was one piece? Could you do a one piece, or you're not at that stage of life yet?
No, I'm telling you what it is.
The Panerai. That's it.
Yeah.
The base zero.
Yeah, I think I would.
That's it.
Yeah.
Would you be better off putting that money in, selling everything else off, and putting it into the share market or a managed fund?
Not with the. I don't know if you kept up with politics, but we're kind of fucked up right now. I mean, everything is really uncertain. I'd be better off.
Is that because of the madmen you call a president?
Your words, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
Your words, not mine.
Let's be honest there, okay? I'll be honest with you. Let's be completely honest with Trumpster, okay? I love Trumpster to death. I'm not sure it's a good thing he won. Can I say that to you honestly? I'm scared, Clyde. I'm scared.
Dude, I'm scared too. I mean, every time I go into a courthouse, I ask, okay, where's the fallout shelter? Because it's just every time I go to someplace new, I want to know where the fallout shelter is, so I'll know where to go when we get nuked. Not if we get nuked, when we get nuked.
Now, Clyde, if you had to sell those off, could you're saying you'd keep the base zero, the PAM base zero, that's it?
Yeah, actually. I like it. I like the, I mean,
do you want the money back? Do you want your money back?
Well, of course I'd want my money back. Do I look like fucking Mother Teresa?
No. You don't hear what I said. Do you want your money back? Like, if you could have your money back and not have your collection, would you do it? Would you prefer to have the money? Or do you think, no, I really love the watches?
Yeah, I do like the watches. I have an emotional connection to them. And quite frankly, I think they...
Do you love your watches more than any woman you've been with?
Tuffy.
Because I got to tell you the truth, I do love my watches more than any woman I've been. These women just try and... It always starts off great. You think it's wonderful, but they're self-interested. They're self-interested bitches, okay? They're not interested in me in the least.
Oh, yeah, actually true, but I have to add the proviso. I think we probably have a streak of autism in the family anyway, so it's not really, yeah. Son has Asperger's, and it didn't come out of nowhere. But if I had to start over again, I would, or if or only allowed to keep one piece, it would probably be the Panerai.
Panerai.
Well, and here's why. I thought about this. You know, no matter how shitty my eyes get, I'll be able to read it. I'll be able to read it in the dark. It is, because of the strap changing options, it is infinitely versatile. You know, even I can change the strap in less than 5 minutes, almost faster than a NASCAR pit crew. Change the strap on relatively cheap and completely change the look of the watch. With its ETA movement, it should be kept going forever with a minimal amount of fuss or expense. And finally, there's just not many of them in my part of the country. A lot of my Rolex wearing homies are basically just like, ooh, it catches its attention. It catches its share of attention even around council table with everyone wearing a Rolex. So
that's the PAM. PAM.
The Panerai.
What is it to PAM? What PAM?
000 base logo or 0.
That's what it's called, a PAM 000.
Right, PAM 0 or a
do you love it?
Logo.
Do you love it? You got box
really
and papers to it, don't you? And receipt.
Yeah. And the receipt.
Would you do a swap for the IWC for it?
Hell no.
I paid more for the IWC.
Shit. You forgot the new guy.
Oh, the no date. How much is the no date?
Actually, this might be number 2. Well, yeah, I mean the second choice.
How much was that?
42, 4.2.
Shit. You got some serious coin in. Clyde, I got to tell you something. Would you swap collections with me? Here's another question. Me and you got the same money. Me and you got you have got 35.2 in there. Me and you are basically, I got about 34. Tell me this. Would you swap collections with me?
Well, let me think about it. No.
I got the world time, Clive.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't mean anything to you.
No, I hate to admit it, but no. I mean, it's not like I'm an extensive traveler. I already have a gold watch. My watch is golder than yours. My watch is older than yours. Has more of a history. My watch was worn by President. Oh, is Samantha on the channel, by the way?
I don't know. So tell me this, Clyde, what does that mean exactly?
I don't really have that need. I don't have that need for that complication.
You don't?
No, I don't travel that much. I have, and like I said, some of the pieces are not as prestigious, but then again, I think your collection's imbalanced.
What?
Yes, you've got all your fucking imbalanced as fuck. Who the fuck are you kidding? You've got all your funds in one piece. One piece. Mine's more evenly spread out. No, there's nothing wrong with having. I can't
believe this.
There's nothing wrong with having a Grail piece or a fuck off piece, but not when it's like 5 times more expensive than the rest of the collection. I mean, it's a dandy watch, but you know, and I'm still part of the. I'd say sell that in the Polar Explorer and get the gold sub, or get the two-tone. I think Rolex would be better served in your, because you've already got
a Rolex. The world time's worth more than a gold sub, don't you think?
Yeah, but you could use the the excess amount for various sundry luxury items like, I don't know,
Curtains,
food,
curtains and
what?
carpet cleaning.
Right.
Curtains.
Well, I was going to say food and utilities, but luxury food and utilities. But then again, I think having the Polar Explorer be the stand-in, the sole stand-in for Rolex is not. It's not the most iconic piece they've ever put. And actually, one of your watch reviews, God, the guy had a. He was looking at another diver, but he also had the gold day date.
Yes. That was a great review. That.
Yeah,
he had a paddock as well. He had a paddock as well.
And this is even more harsh. What I would say is that he should probably sell the gold day date and get a Submariner instead. And I was going to say specifically a two-tone bluesy, because he already has a dress watch with the Patek, and I would argue that the Submariner is more iconic now than even the day date. And with the two-tone, unlike a solid gold Submariner, it wouldn't be as fragile, or at least the bracelet wouldn't be as fragile as a solid gold one would be. That or a Panerai, but I actually think or even get a Submariner and switch that out with the day date. More iconic, and he's already got a dress watch or two. I mean, I'd tell him to get a sub over his president if he wants to follow the rules of the collection. Of course, the temptation is obviously for me to say get a Panerai, but sometimes you got to know when to follow the rules and when to break them.
I don't know.
And to be honest,
I did recommend a Panerai to him. Did you remember what I said to him?
You said a 111.
111. That's a great watch.
I like the well. The trouble is Panerai never gives you everything you want. If they had like a Panerai 111 or a 112, but with a solid case back rather than the exhibition dial, I'd really be tempted by something like that. But I would say a Submariner and swap out the Rolex and the President even more than getting a Panerai.
Do you think my collection, I've got too much money tied up in that one piece?
It's imbalanced. You need to bring balance to the force, Darth Maul.
I don't understand this. Why would you say that, Clyde?
Because all your money is literally tied up in one piece of your collection.
Me and you have similar money tied up. I mean, do you think that's a lot of money I've got tied up there? $33,000 US. Is that a lot of money, or it's a little? That's a lot of money for people to have tied up.
Right.
You've got similar amount. You're just as nuts. Maybe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you've got slightly more than me, but I haven't included my ladies' pieces in the collection yet.
Well, I haven't included my DeVos homage pieces.
They're not worth anything but, Clyde.
Well, that's likewise with the ladies' pieces.
Vintage Cartier is still worth something, Clyde. Come on.
Oh, okay. Vintage, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And I got 3 ladies' Rolexes. 3 ladies' Rolexes. They're still worth money, aren't they, or not? Come on.
Not a lot. I mean, this is not the time to sell them. Try to trade them in all in for something else that you actually could sell later on. I mean, or either that or just hold on to them and just pray like hell for the market to get better. I see ladies' pieces over where I'm at all the time, and I see the same ladies' pieces listed over, and you can tell it's the same ones.
And why are these ladies selling them? What's gone wrong? Why do they need to sell them?
Usually financial difficulty. Well, it's just like anything else. Financial difficulties, loss of a job, divorce, death, health problems. Yeah, or tired of the watch, or don't want to. They don't want that much of their personal income tied up into just a single piece of jewelry when they could get a whole bunch of jewelry or a couple of outfits for the same money.
What's a couple of outfits worth secondhand?
I have no idea. I have trouble finding them in my size, so I don't really look for them.
A D cup or an E cup, Clyde?
We are going. No. God, fuck no. Let's. No.
So I got to say to you.
Well, I do have good legs. I got to be honest. I got some damn decent legs for a dude.
Now,
anyway,
Clyde, would you start again? Could you go one piece?
Yeah, I'd choose the Panerai Zero.
Ooh, that's savage.
No, I think it's.
Do you ever want to give up on collecting? Are there any times in your life where you think, geez, I wish I only had one watch and had the money back?
No, no. It's like I don't have that many luxuries. I don't have that many fineries. That's the one indulgence I
can
allow
see
myself.
behind you. You don't have many. You got a fan. You got a ceiling fan in your room. That's your one big luxury.
Yeah, that is. And to be honest, I do have artwork. I just haven't quite got around to putting it on the walls yet.
One unmade bed behind us. We've got a couple of.
Now that's a luxury blanket. I can't remember who it's by, but that's actually a fairly deluxe blanket over there. It's a Chief Joseph,
and it was transported in your wife's C-Class Mercedes for a while to add to the aura of prestige to it.
I think she had a C-Class until she got smart.
You didn't like the C-Class?
Well, I always envied the people that had Mercedes, and then she had hers, and then one time I had to take it to the dealership, and it was like $188 to have the windshield wipers replaced. The windshield wipers replaced. The wipers, the rubber parts.
Yes,
not the arms.
I heard you.
Now I see someone drive by in a Mercedes. I'm like, that poor son of a bitch. Mercedes used to be like Rolexes of old. They used to be like a tool watch. Yeah. They were made well. They were engineered well. They were designed well. They held their value and they did their job. They did their function extremely well. When they started going from the value being based upon their construction, their design, and their longevity, to being more of a luxury and prestige item, I think they lost their way.
I see. How is your Corolla going, by the way?
Just dandy.
How many Ks you got on it?
30,000 miles.
How old? What year is it?
15.
That's a fairly new car, Clyde. You shouldn't be looking at trading out of that for a while.
No, absolutely
not.
What
are you talking about Mercedes-Benzes for? If you've got a new model, reliable Japanese car, you're not going to get much more reliable or cheaper to run than that, are you?
We are in absolute agreement. And the reason I talked about Mercedes is that maybe an analogy that failed somewhat.
Clyde,
if I had to start over again, I would number one, it would probably be the Panerai. Number two, maybe the No Date Sub. It's really growing on me. Of course, I want to abuse the fuck out of it and lock it in the dark so it'll get some nice patina going.
Wow, I'm really in shock at the moment, Clyde. You really think my collection is unbalanced?
Yeah, because all your value is basically in one piece, and also you have like a fourth-rate hitter standing in for Rolex. The Polar Explorer is a great value. It's a great target. I think it's on an up. I think its value is increasing. You got it just at the bottom of the curve, in accordance with pontifical doctrine and dogma. However, for it to stand for the entire Rolex range, no. You want to get the iconic pieces to stand out.
I know what you're saying there. That's a fair
Actually,
point.
my Polar Explorer.
Yes.
The guy on the other end, kind of like apparently the guy that loaned you the I'm not going to say his name. My nickname for him is Uberoki.
Yes.
He's got a few safes like in Wayne Manor, locked up with the Rolexes, but he was suggesting the Polar Explorer as a trading piece.
Oh, okay.
So
a trading piece.
Yeah. Like, say, for instance, there's like a older...
No date
like
sub.
I've got a no date sub. But, like, for instance, this guy also is mentoring me in the National Association of Watch and Clock. God damn it, that is an unfortunate slip of the tongue. It's late. Shut up, every one of the boards. Clock collectors. Clock. A lot of times those guys will do a lot of trading.
I see.
So it might be like, for instance, that Christmas time, that two-tone Daytona, like early, like late 80s.
Yes.
With the first style. Instead of saying, well, will you take 7,500 for the watch? I might have better luck at saying, you know, I could do 4,000, and I could also throw in this really nifty Polar Explorer. A lot of times the watch guys might respond to an offer like that more than straight cash.
I see.
A flipping watch.
I see. Clyde, I don't know what to say. I'm in shock at the moment.
Well, okay. Well, I'm about to be excommunicated for heresies.
Okay, let's wrap this show up, baby. Great chatting to you, Clyde.
Likewise. Have a good night.